therefore it's a work. So this reading of Romans 4 is just really, really wrong. Um, and again, if you look at Romans 4 itself, uh, and he'll probably talk about it a little later, but I'm just going to go ahead and refute him here. Uh, if you start from verse 20 to 22 of Romans 4, it says, he did not waver at the promise of God. Paul's talking about Abraham. He did not waver at the promise of God through unbelief, but was strengthened in faith, giving glory to God. And being fully convinced that what he had promised, he was also able to perform. So what is St. Paul saying? And then he continues on in verse 22, and therefore it was accounted to him for righteousness. So what did
Mhm.
Abraham do? He did not waver, meaning Abraham endured in his faith to God. This is what Christ talks about. He who endures to the end will be saved. And
Yes.
then it says he gave glory to God. He gave glory to God. Um, our whole series on worship, I think it started with this, right? In Genesis 12, God appears to Abraham and gives him the call. Verse 7 to 8 of Genesis 12, then the Lord appeared to Abraham and said, to your descendants I will give this land. And there he, that's Abraham, built an altar to the Lord who had appeared to him. And he moved from there to the mountain east of Bethel, and he pitched his tent with Bethel on the east and Ai on the east, with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. There he built an altar to the Lord and called on the name of the Lord. This is a work. So St.
It's a
Paul
big
says,
work.
yeah. So he was unwavering. He gave glory to God. He was fully convinced in the promise that God would perform, and therefore it was accounted to him as righteousness.